We are all here tonight to support the Interfaith Food Bank, an organization that has many hardworking people behind the scenes.
The clients who come here are people who really do need the help. A lot of them don't have the ability to work and to create that financial stability for themselves to pay all of their bills and to make ends meet. A lot of them may be a single parent and lots of children, and by the time they care for all of their large family and there's not two individuals to help them support the family, they would need the services a lot. A lot of people who, you know, have an injury and that they're unable to work as well, and they're between jobs, and they just need it, even if it's not a long-time client, but they need it for, you know, that 1 month or 2 months while they get back on their feet and they are able to go back out into the workforce. For a client to come to the Interfaith Food Bank, we look at a number of different things. There's all different sorts of circumstances, but what we do need for them to ID themselves and to prove that they're a resident. And then we also look at their financial information, and that's what would qualify or not qualify an individual for the food bank. And then we also take into consideration certain expenses such as their rent and if they are needing daycare and things like that. For anybody walking into the door, each person who comes in, they're all needing to be registered clients to access our services. Here, it isn't, anybody can't just walk in the door and automatically get a hamper. We have worked on easing up the system and, you know, approaching everything with dignity and helping those who really need it, because there are a lot of things that we need to register them here, but each person is pre-screened before they can access the services here.
We go into the community with information brochures. I go out myself. Once in a while, Danielle or another member of the staff will go out, and we'll just let people know about what we're doing here and how the volunteer actually helps out in the organization's overall purpose and mission in that. I think that going into the community, like at the schools and the universities and the colleges and at also some of the churches once in a while and other venues that have these sort of volunteer or career fair type things, really helps us to get ourselves out there. We also have a lot of things out in the public always with the events that are going on, and we're always telling, you know, the public that they can come and definitely try to give a hand. There's many ways to help around here, and one of them is definitely with the manpower. We have over 7,000 hours of volunteers put in last year in 2007, and that basically, I mean, translates into an astronomical amount of dollars that we save by having people in here. As well, we try to make sure that our screening processes help out to match volunteers with their skill base to the jobs that are going on. I think that's also really appealing to people. If they can come through the door, let us know a little bit about themselves, we sit down, chat, and you know, then we can kind of place them in an area in the food bank where they're going to feel right at home and have the skills to help us out, and also to feel like they're really making a difference.
The board is a totally new board, and we're excited that we're trying to put a better face on the food bank to the community at large, trying to come up with new directions. We just went through a strategic planning session and have come up with all new directions on how to better serve our community and preserve the dignity of our clients from start to finish.
Having an organization like Interfaith be so strongly backed by the community is the most important part about our organization. We're here to serve the community, and it's community members that are doing that. We have a volunteer board of directors who set the course for the organization, and food bank operations are largely run by volunteers. So it's nice to know that we have a community that backs us, not only financially but through food donations and just through their moral support as well.
And there's lots of support for their other ventures, such as the Community Kitchen, which helps groups of people learn about healthy eating, food preparation, and how to budget for family meals. And their garage sale, generating revenue which, in turn, is used to purchase food for the hampers. Volunteers work hard to make sure all of the donated items that go into the sale are of the best quality possible. And more people are thinking about the Interfaith Food Bank when they are going through and sorting items they no longer use.
Dignity is a big part of what we do here and a big value that we hold dearly to both the people that we serve and to the people who work within the food bank. I think all too often there are myths associated with food banks. Perhaps we're enabling people, perhaps we are feeding people who don't need the help. I would really like the community to know that that is forefront in our mind, and it is very much a part of the things that we really look at with putting our whole program together, is making sure that we're accountable not only to our client but to our donor as well. We're
available to those that need it, that we're here to serve not just necessarily homeless people, but anyone who finds themselves in a need for help for food, for nutritional advice, for anything of that nature.
A lot of people have a very difficult time, and like even just new mothers, like I get excited to hand out the baby bundles because you can see how important it is for them. Like if they can't feed their own baby, like that's hard. And so seeing the difference that it makes and that these people are able to help their families, it's really great.
The Interfaith Food Bank cares about its clients, its staff, its board, and the people of Lethbridge. And because of that, they recently received a prestigious award. The Interfaith Food Bank was recognized with a Better Business Ethics Award in the not-for-profit category. Also a recipient in that category was the Family Center. After the event, it was a time to reflect.
We were so justified, I think. So often we are questioned as to whether or not we screen people properly or if we are actually giving out the food that we receive. And to be recognized from the community for an ethics award really does show that we have very good business practices here at the food bank. Having things documented and actually laid out clearly so that there are set practices instead of things just being offered on a whim at the time. So communication to the community at large too was a big part of it, and having other organizations acknowledge our business practices as ethical.
Danielle says that receiving the award has made the Interfaith Food Bank more determined than ever to continue to educate the public about the workings of their society.
More than anything, that communication with the client, with the donor, with the community at large that supports us became a little bit more prevalent in our daily focus.